Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
Here to help. Thanks. If it's the children, I refuse to let them. Oh, thank you.
Loop.
What is it, Ferda?
There's been a flood in the Velcroy. The League of Out.
Ferda, gather the men. The Akashic well?
Yes.
Clive, change of plan. The children stay with me for now. I need you to find Conrad and Natalie. Tell them to prepare for a You have to listen to me. They're coming.
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
Ah, it's you.
What do you want, Lord Underhill?
To pass on an important message. There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. You need to begin preparing.
Oh, do we? And who?
Lubor, perhaps? The man spreading the same poison out in the square. You may believe his lies, my...
But why would he lie about...
Some twisted attempt at... If he had not been unmasked, he may well have been elected. A great honor for one of his. One he might well feel aggrieved at having been...
Lord Underhill, forgive me, but it has become all too evident where your sympathy... Lubor cannot be trusted.
You may not trust me. If there is any
There isn't. You can be certain of that. Now be off with you.
You're making a mistake.
Come, Clive. If our words will not move them, then we must find another way to help save the town.
You're right. Let's speak to Lord Ferda.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Ferda.
Sid.
I went to warn Conrad and Natalie about the Akashic, but they wouldn't listen. They've convinced themselves that nothing Lubor's...
The bloody fools.
Which means the town guard can't be counted on for... But I can. If there's anything, you only have to ask.
I appreciate it.
Sid! Ferda! I've been looking for you everywhere.
Victor? I thought you'd left.
I couldn't abandon a friend, and Blue Boy is in need of this.
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There won't be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, bearer!
Yeah, run! Far, far away!
Just go. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on!
Just go.
Lubor.
Wait, someone's coming.
No.
Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him!
Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems, and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going. And you act like it doesn't even exist.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, when these creatures come, Dalamil, the town guard will muster at both forces, and as soon as it has been. Conrad, can I count on the support?
Always.
I leave the selection and coordination and the command of our men in yours.
Consider it done.
As you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and tell the merchant not to waste time securing anything, but as long as we survive, our riches can be regained. And
Very well.
Where do I fit into this?
where else but the most? I would like you to travel to the home of our erstwhile League of Outlaws, Cheratina itself. The main host is most likely still there, and Dalamil will not be safe until...
A little gardening. How pleasant.
I doubt it. I have a feeling...
Luckily, so am I.
So you are. All right then, we all now...
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
There it is. The flood.
But what's waiting for us inside? We can't leave a single one alive.
The League is I should get back to Dallas.
All the Akashic we were able to find have been dealt with. Seems that might be the last of them.
Last of them here.
Lubor, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina? It's done. Root and branch. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Thank you, my lord.
Friends, the Horde has been... and we need not fear the victory.
We bloody... Lubor. After all you have done for this
But we did. We only hope that you can...
We need you, Lubor. So, if you would still...
You do remember...
We do. But that is not us. It is a stain on ours. We thought only of what we perceived
I see. But I...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in... When... You will accept that the mistreatment of bearers, any bearer within our walls shall be afforded the same right. They will not be judged.
As we failed to do.
We agree to...
Well... How? Not so long ago, I had... Lubor. Fear not. You are, of course, relieved of your responsibility. I would sooner face another horde of Akashic than see them brought... I'll make sure they're safe here. I don't doubt that you... And not just the children. I can't.
Do you see that too?
Papa?
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Nothing good's gonna come of this, I'm telling you.
Just looking at it's enough to send a shiver down your spine.
Let's go. Time to fight. It can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for, and while the choices I've made, I know I make so long when it should have been, but in order to...
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my... Next, I'll make contact with my
Thank you, Field.
But they are not the...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few general. We will need an envoy. What?
I'm flattered. And I have other What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that so? And would he happen to be...
Of a different kind.
I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we...
I shall.
My lord Marquis. Your lord uncle bade me escort the field marshal to...
And I will see that my associate joins you.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. Someone like Quentin.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your
Cyril, you found a letter from...
Yes. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of? His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these works in progress. But with His Grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's wake.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its move. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield?
What say you, Joshua?
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here. But we must not be hasty. The good lady has been disappointed once already.
What was he?
But if you go.
If this new faith really is an offshoot of the Circle of Malleus, then...
Let's concentrate on finding the third chair first, shall we?
Here, take a look at my wares. Go safely.
Good girl. Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
For House Rosfield. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Oh, thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes, this radiant luster like frozen flame. It is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut. The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with
And only if we stood together. As phoenix and shield. As brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the steadfast.
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasures for her own. Even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not have overlooked them. So...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, you're of the deep love he had. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray us. I tried to warn your father, but it was too late. When word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took...
And thank the Founder you did.
Yet my duty to your father wasn't, and so my pursuit continued. Until he informed me that his Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf...
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to...
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that you have received his...
I suppose it would be churlish not to. What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him my thanks.
Your father's helm is enshrined there since the day we recovered. I prithee, claim it. For it too is a part of your... And I do not doubt that your father would prefer it.
Thank you, sir. Come on, Clive. He's waiting.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
going back. Here we are again. Carava, if you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide? It looks like we found him. I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype. Mid, tell me this is all...
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realized I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass... Now that I think about it, they...
The young'uns? But why would they... I'll keep working on the model.
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from her?
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working on her next...
A new invention? Is it an egg?
Do you think she'll let us...
That just so happens to be why I'm here. A brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh, the one...
We saved it, just in case.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling all the pieces that are left over. We keep under our beds.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have...
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about...
Thanks, Sid.
Well?
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work?
What exactly are you going to use?
Only the most important. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the... well... that should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, won't be much of a prize if it... But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it? And I reckon I've got a fair few good...
I'm sure you do.
Has Midadol mentioned?
unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us. As we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then?
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.